listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
About this end part. I gotta cut this off tonight. Alright. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, November 18th. That's so weird. I have the mute button on my phone, but I still hear me. Hello? I have the mute button on my phone, but I still hear it. God, what a nerd. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Goof On is back. We're live. Looks like we lost another one. We lost another hater. Not really a hater, but I'm not going to mention any names. Let's just say I thought he was a friend. But hey, if you're a member to Goof On or a patron, I put a couple of videos up. Last night I posted the show that I tried to do for 39 minutes last night, which I want to apologize. Yeah, I have that attitude where the show must go on, and if I think I can do it, I'll try it. Last night I thought I could do it, but holy mackerel, I couldn't do it. So I want to say sorry for those of you who were here and didn't get anything out of me. It's very rare that happens. Very rare. I think, I don't know, I almost went 2 weeks straight without missing a day. Most people only do a show a week. Some people do 2. It's very rare somebody does 7. So that the time off was my fault. I didn't want to take it, but you know the story. And if you're a member, like I was about to say, I did post a video a couple of days ago as well. it was some stuff I did a couple of days back, like a week ago, and I never posted it. So you get like 2 episodes in there last night or the other night. So, I go into some details about the third phase of Moon and issue, and with all the haters, not me and them, but with everything else. Just trying to talk about things over there instead of over here, so we don't waste time in here. Who cares about the drama? I know I don't. But I know this, and I know this. Ufology got screwed again. Yeah, I like my thumbnail there. I don't know. Somebody sent me something about that there and the screws, and I just used it. And then, yet we never got to talking about dreams and dreaming of UFOs. So we'll get into that a little bit. And of course, the ups and downs of Twitterverse. I know, who cares, but UFO Twitter is a like a hub where all the the other side talks about ufology. So at least we get to see what not to do most of the time on Twitter and what not to say. Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian, with the first super chat of the night. Thank you very much. And the mucho gusto, continuing generoso service. Thank you very much. And that's the first one. Today I was editing some new stuff for the show, so this might be not the last time, but I got some things in the works for the new and first super chat. Thank you, Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian, for the £1, £1 super dono. All over, I don't know, ufology? I don't know. Thanks, Ben. Continuing supporter, of course. I am the Cal Ripton of ufology. I should be. Yeah, I should be. Hey, let's do a little roll call. Roll call, everybody. It's Friday. I can't. Hey, the shirtless wonder, Bob Burke. I love that. That is a cute little. Did you always have that guy? I never noticed it. Welcome to the show. David Wilcox. There you are. Welcome to the show. Greg O'Brien. We got an O'Brien in the house, everybody. Welcome to the show. Rebecca Wiles. Always in the top, right? It's amazing. Welcome to the show. Den Bub. Welcome to the show. Diane Puss. How are you? Yes, you were. And I commented back to you in the members section off your comments. Very nice. Thank you, Diane. And others, Rebecca, too. You guys leave comments in there, and I try to get back to those. I haven't been getting back to the ones from the regular show, but, I need to get back into doing that. Dee's House Genetics. That's right. Welcome to the show. Samantha Morris, the kitty cat. Kitty cat. I love that hat. Welcome to the show. What's up, Mr. Chris Rogers? Howdy doody. Welcome to the show. A-O-A-M-Y. Why? Because she's Amy. She's Alien Girl 1-1 or Uno. That's how I like to say it. But welcome to the show, Alien Girl 1-1. What's up, Boston Deadhead? Welcome to the show. Fisk Monkey. What's up there, Chief? Still out in the desert? Welcome to the show. Stephen A. Welcome to the show. Hey, there. What's up? There he is. Hey, this is Wolfman Jack coming at you live here from GoofOn. What's up, Dark Sky? Go check out his channel. Subscribe. Welcome to the show. Are we, Tony McClear's here. Good. Sky Allen, thank you. Welcome to the show, guys. Hellfire Studios. What's up, Chief? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Jackie Radford? Probably one of the cutest dogs I've seen in such a long time. God, I love that dog. He's so cute. I want to smush his nose into mine. I know it's probably a little black, wet button nose. I just want to, Oh, I love dogs. Can't get another one yet. I don't know if I said it, Steven. If I didn't, I'll say it again. Welcome to the show. Hey, Carlin! She's back. I know, it's been 3 weeks, but man, we did miss you. Welcome back. Hope you're feeling better. Welcome to the show, Andrew Fricka. Who's at the front door? Death Proof Bum 01's at the front door, getting through that crack. Zach Diecast Mansour, Ozzy Tiger, and Nathan. Thanks, guys. Welcome to the show. Paula Faust made it. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's get started. Alfie Joe Bob snuck in with Shadi Panurin right through that front door. And John Kindon, F.A.P. What's up? Welcome to the show, guys. How about them Rams this year? My God. Cardinals suck. I said at the beginning of the year, because people were picking, Cardinals to go to the playoffs, 12 wins. I'm like, they will barely be a 500 team. Right again. About the Cardinals, anyway. And I'm shocked at the Rams. That's just... You know what it is? You know what it is. It's the coach. Both of those coaches are young coaches that are out coaching themselves. I know we should do this in the day show, but I'm really upset with the Rams. I like the Rams, too. I really do. Don't love them, because they are a rival. But now I'm, Tampa Bay Buccaneer over here, That's right. I stick with the home team. I'm not a fair-weathered fan. And I have every game I watch. I have like a football package that it just came with my Fire Stick for some reason. And you get every game for free. And I watch this channel. It's called the NFL Red Zone. We'll get to ufology. And in the NFL Red Zone, anytime teams are within 20 yards, they put it up on the screen. And sometimes there's, 7 or 8 games going and you got 6 screens on. And you're like watching everybody getting ready to score. Touchdown. Oh, they stopped him. Oh, a field goal. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, an interception. And I'm like, I can't take it. I can't take it. I just love football Sunday. All right. Ow. Must have hit something or what? Oh, wow. I got a cut on my finger. Frickin' aliens. All right, let's get started. So I want to thank you. This is the beginning of the weekend. Now, tomorrow's show is at 5, a couple hours earlier on Saturdays. For the UK, we like to give them, a little, not prime time, but for them, instead of being on at midnight, it comes on at 10, I think, for some of you. But I want to wet your palate with a few things real quick. Let me make sure. Let me check my email and see if I got an answer, if I could play this. All right. They didn't tell me. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, I can. All right, I'm going to play this UFO movie that should maybe be made. I don't know. It's called Hangar 52. And we're just going to kick off your UFO palette with a little bit of fun. So enjoy this, and we'll see you in 2 minutes.
This kid claims he's been abducted. They just recovered him in this old barn.
This machine, it's alive.
I know what you are.
He's not human. He's a killer.
What do you want?
I'm the journalist that was called in for the story.
Like the little green men from Mars?
They are not from here.
Seriously, today, after what I saw, this stuff is real.
Wow, UFOs. This is getting interesting.
The boy, Corey, I think he's the center of this. He has a connection with them. Is that something happening. And it's bigger than all of us. What do you mean, invasion?
It's a dark reptilian race, bent on destroying humanity. And they won't stop coming for us until we're all dead.
These are the diagrams and schematics of the machine.
The specs are she's dead. This time to die.
Invasion has begun. They're just terraforming to make the planet more habitable for the Draconians. If we don't stop the greed, and stop the violence, stop these wars, that's what the Draconians feed on. If we don't fix this, it's gonna be the end of our world.
I think there's something special down here. And I think they want you to see it.
Oh yeah,
Is the world
we
ready
want to
for
see it,
disclosure?
all right.
We're gonna find out.
See that girl in another bikini? Yeah. No, that was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Well, almost 10 years. I just think it's funny because I know those people in there. That's their friend Orlando, who's the guy with the dreads. He's also in Slaughter Day, of course. That was Blake, and Brent's kid Cameron, who was like 5 in there. So it's got to be, yeah. Well, it says 8 years ago, so about 10 years ago. Yeah, it's funny. It's weird seeing that. I've never seen it. They sent it to me last night or yesterday, and I watched it and I kind of laughed a little because I thought it was. I mean, it's so third phase. You know what I mean? It's like just like them to make something like that. You know, even 8, 9, 10 years ago. So, you know, say what you want. Those guys are always keeping us, you know, focused on the aliens and UFOs and everything else. And that's what it's really about. Just having a good time, man. I mean, they probably made that thing in a day, you know, just having some fun about UFOs. Why not? Anyway, thought that was funny. So I do want to get into a little bit of ufology, of course. And I'm going to wet your palate again. I said I had a few videos to kick off the show. That's not a lie. So I'm going to play this next one. I've played it before, but I'm trying to get you all geared up because I want to talk. I want to go into some, maybe a little woo, and maybe have some of you come on and talk about what you dreamed about. So be prepared. Think of something. I don't know if I'm going to have people come on. I probably will, but I don't know yet. We'll see how the show goes. Check it out.
In broad daylight, in Rua, Zimbabwe, Africa, and interacted telepathically with nearly 100 school children. How significant of a story would you give that? And they got within, some of them within arm's length of these beings. And I myself didn't believe it when I first heard about it back in 1997. And you've got all these children saying what they saw on camera after it happened. That segment of the film is the most, in my opinion, is the most powerful segment. Because
it's very compelling. It's so compelling because the children are all clearly, they're not actors. You could tell it's like, it's a deeply moving experience. If they were actors, they wouldn't have been able to do such a good job. They're all consistent in the story, and they're all clearly still shook by this moment. Those kids, the way they were talking about it and the way they were drawing it, you're like, wow, it really does seem like something happened to them.
A UFO.
And we've talked about that through ad nauseum. Is that how you say it? Ad nauseum? I don't know. It makes me nauseous. Don't say that word. They actually lived the dream. They had the experience. They didn't ask for it, mind you. But they did have an experience, and one that still, it's with them today. People think, you know, you see a light in the sky and it does something unusual that it's like, oh yeah, you can just shrug it off. Because I used to say that. I'm like, I would hear about people talking about seeing UFOs in Arizona all the time. People see them a lot out there. It's a big sky. And I used to say, give me a break. No friggin' aliens. Nobody's doing anything silly like that. Until you see it yourself, it's, yeah. I still have problems with seeing the time go back 2 hours in one day instead of 1 hour. Yeah, I still have that among other things. And, the dreams that I've had when I was a child, even as far as up to 36 years old, haven't had them a lot in the last, since me and my wife divorced and weren't together. I've had virtually nothing happening. I've had strange nightmarish things and stuff that weren't UFO-ish, but more paranormal. But since she and I split, and I thought about this and I keep forgetting to bring it up, I've had no UFO anything happen. Nothing. I don't even see them. I go out once in a while, but I don't go out like I used to because it's frustrating. And plus out here in Florida, you can't see a quarter of a mile past the trees. After that, it's like you don't get a sky out here in Florida. You actually have to go somewhere and climb up something and be 5 stories above everything to do real sky watching out here in Florida. And there's places like that, but I haven't found them yet. But, what's that? Oh yeah, you can help support the show, Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all the links are in the description. You know what to do. Thanks for the support. So being that you can experience these things doesn't mean you are seeing these things. I want to give a special shout out to Nathan. Nathan Allen, Nathan Nitsky's Nathan's Hot Dogs. $4.44 through PayPal. He says, a gush all over the latest haters. Double a gush all over these new Dollar Tree aliens. Dollar Tree aliens? If there's a link to that, can you send it to me and put it in the chat? Maybe Coral can scoop it up and give it to me? I definitely want to know what that is. Dollar Tree aliens. I don't know. But thanks for the 444 super chat. It's 444. That's like Michael Myers playing Linda Richmond. It's 444 4444. Let's talk. Oh. Like Joan Rivers. Oh, Nathan Allen just sent me $4.44 on the PayPal. Oh, some of you probably don't remember Joan Rivers. Liz Taylor's blood type is ragu. That's all I know. I used to love trying to be like Joan Rivers. Believe it or not, she's a stand-up comedian. It was very, very funny. Anyway, another time, another show. So, as I'm saying, bing and bing and ADD. I think I have ADD. Is it raining? Is that a bird? Somebody's at my door. I'm so hungry right now. I think I do have ADD and it was never diagnosed. But I really do. I couldn't pay attention to shit. Well, the teachers suck in school anyway. I had 2 passionate teachers out of all those classes over 6 years of high school. No. 4 years of high school. What's this? Death Proof Bum 01 with a 10-pound, 10 quid super chat says, 10 beautiful smackaroos just for you. I'm not always in chat, however, in the background, enjoying your show. Thank you for your tireless hard work, Richie. Richie. Death Proof Bum 01 is a longtime supporter of the show. Forever. I can't remember being here without you. That's how long it feels. And probably is. Thank you, Death Proof Bum 01, for a very generous $10 super chat. And a nice comment as well. Very good one. That was a good one. I like that one. if I was in another place right now, I could shed a tear on that one. I'm an emotional guy. But I refuse to cry in front of other people. No, that's not true. I cried in front of my dog when he died. That gush all over dead dogs. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm such a sadist. What? But I wanted to get this warmed up with alien talk because I think dreams are freaking amazing for a lot more than just healing purposes. Because when you get into the REM, rapid eye movement sleep, that's when your eyes are going back and forth and you're dreaming. You don't remember them all, but your brain is processing and all the neurons are shooting around and they're all like sewing up the ends that need to be fixed. And while you're sleeping, you're not thinking of what's going on in the outside world. Now, it's all in the inside world where reality lives and the soul keeps. Oh, shit. Can you imagine? I think, and I don't know what made me think, oh, I remember. I had a dream. I did. I had a dream the other day when I was sick. And I fell asleep for a long time and whatever. And I remember talking to this man who had like blonde hair, not white, but it was blonde and it was slicked back. And he kind of looked like a military guy. And I remember looking at him and seeing out the window all these red dots everywhere. And it was foggy, but you can see these red lights or dots in the clouds moving around. I'm like, what's going on out there? And he's like, oh, those are the aliens. They're cleaning house, he tells me in a calm voice. I said, aliens here? And he says, something like that. And I go, what does that mean? Something like that. And that's all the dream was. And I remember looking out that window and feeling what I felt. I felt like it wasn't Earth. It felt like I was somewhere else. It was trippy. You had to be there. You had to be there. But it's true. I really felt like I was there. And I remember, maybe because I was cold, that it was a cold, metallic black. Everything was like gunmetal gray and, kind of like the microphone here, basically, And the windows, they were windows because windows, it wasn't a TV. I knew I was looking outside. There was landscape and everything. But down in the courtyard, these little red dots were, and you could see something that looked like it, maybe bipedal or running around, but I never saw what it was. It's like oh no, I know what my brain did. My brain put E.T., how his chest lit up red, put him in a foggy situation and had 100 of them running around. That's what my brain did. And the guy with the blonde hair was probably Lou Elizondo in that old picture I have of him with the hair kind of slicked back, but he's all gray, military-like. But it wasn't Lou, because it didn't feel like Lou. If it was Lou, well, it was Lou-esque. Let's just say that. It was Lou-esque. But I loved the dream. And I liked that I was taken to a place that I've never been. And that's what dreams do. They take you to places and situations you've never been and put you in situations you don't want to be in, like a car going over a cliff. How many times have you ever had that one? That's my number one go-to dream. Car over a cliff or going over a very tall bridge where the road gives out. I've had that dream. And the dream is the Verrazano Bridge. That bridge in From Brooklyn to Staten Island connects to the Verrazano. Takes you to Manhattan and all that. Doesn't it? It does, yeah. Why do we have these dreams? Why are they so real? Are they real? Are they are we going home? Probably not. Because I can't imagine embedded in all the nonsense, where you're flying around in your dream, or you hit the ground and you bounce and you get up and run away and you get stabbed or you get shot. How could that be reality? So I had a theory about dreams. Talked about it about 2 years ago, and I'm going to bring it up again because I think it's a very interesting theory. And I heard that you don't dream unless you get to your REM, rapid eye movement, stage of sleeping. And I'm not sure if that's true, because I know it feels like sometimes I'm falling into a dream as I'm falling asleep. But then that's from overexhaustion, and my body probably somehow mentally already there. I don't know. But if that's true, some people just don't dream because they don't get there. I don't know. But if it is true, we don't have realities in all those things. And I'll tell you why. What dreams are a couple of things put together. Now, what does your brain do? Sends out signals, receives signals, right? The eyes, the ears, everything that our senses can pick up, our brain calculates it and stores it as memory, and it keeps the things we need and most of the stuff we don't need. That's why subliminal things we don't notice, like the little curl on the Ford emblem on the letter F, and everybody says, oh, it's a Mandela effect. No, your brain just didn't need to remember it. Let's see. Nathan's pictures got here. Okay. If I click on this, let me open it in a new window. Am I still here? Oh, it did work. Oh, Jesus. It's a dynamic link not found. Doesn't work. It didn't work. Nathan. I'm going to click on it. It says dynamic link not found. I'm going to copy and paste this address and put it in the browser now. Go. Same thing. It's not working, Chief. All right. Next time. What we're doing is, because our brains interpret signals all around us, and this means the law of attraction has some role. Look at me. Look at me. Magician's pose. Everything around us, including humans, are signals. And when we sleep, our brains pick up other people's brain waves. And the guy who's a retired pilot that lives 2 doors down has now signaled my brain he's flying, so I'm flying. See where I'm going? That person down there, my God, she was the best crocheter in the business. And I had a dream I was in a crocheting contest. See where I'm going? Their brain waves hit me, and mine hit them. They are having dreams of aliens and UFOs too. But I'm getting crocheting and an old pilot. Chris Rogers throwing down a £2, £2 very interesting super chat. Maybe when we dream, we are waking up in reality. Reality. I lost my breath. Yeah, right. That's what it is. That's the point. Exactly the point, Mr. Chris Rogers. Maybe we are. But I don't think we get there all the time. I don't know, man. Maybe. See, if we're light beings and we enter the fetus, the womb, when the heart and the brain are formed, right? We are injected into the little fetus. You know, it's really small. I don't know how small, like this small when it forms that. And if we are the light beings and we take on this avatar, that's what it is. It really is like Men in Black, where they open up the face and there's a little alien, working the controls. It's almost like that, but it isn't. But if we are light beings and we are an advanced race of something and we're just experiencing humanity as an individual human, then the possibility is real that we could interpret our dreams as being our reality. Because if we come in on a signal and we enter a body that absorbs signals and data from the universe around it, well, I don't see how it would be that impossible to think that the light being inside us all is also sending out signals of its home too. See, you didn't think of that one. What if the being inside of us, embedded in our brain and in our heart, is everything we are? Minus the intelligence, of course. Death Proof Bum 01 with a £2, 2 quid. Interesting one. Anybody ever have a dream that revealed the truth? So when you say reveal the truth, how do we know if it's just a dream? Because I could answer that for you. And I'll say, yeah, I had a dream. I've had repeating dreams of the UFO coming in the backyard, tilting on a 45 degree, coming right up to me, and then 2 little smaller ones came out, and all that other shit, while my mother was in the kitchen just sitting there watching a thunderstorm. Yeah, you know the story. But anyway, that seemed real as we are sitting here right now, and man, I felt the air outside. It was just so unbelievable. It was unbelievable. That what if at an early, because a lot of people, I can't say that. I don't know, man. I was gonna say a lot of people get visited when they're young, but I'm not 100% sure. However, speaking with a lot of you and hearing so many interviews over the years, it seems they follow us from birth. Very interesting, Death Proof Bum 01. Thank you again for the £2, 2 quitter. Anybody revealed the truth? We may have. We just don't know it. Right? That's the thing. We just don't know. How do we know? The government? And that's another thing we have to talk about. We can't rely on the government for disclosure. Can we all just agree now that UFO report Still isn't out. 19 days after the fact. 18 days after it should have been. You know, in the grand scheme of everything and time and space and all dimensions and the law of attraction, that's not really a long time. And I don't not care, but I'm just curious to see what's going to be in this report. It's so funny to watch people on Twitter. And that was another thing. I said UFO Twitter is waking up. We'll talk about that right after we talk about, we'll talk about dreams on and off tonight, because I don't know if I want to get too deep into the dream thing, because, you know, dreams are dreams. They're not proof. If they were proof, I would be like, every night, did anybody have a dream? And then everybody would be like, I had a dream of aliens last night. They come in and tell us their dream story. And then after a while, it would be like Art Bell. And people would be calling in and making up stories just to be on the show. Can't do it. But that Art Bell show was fun. It sure was. I know not everybody's making stuff up. I know that. But I'm just a ball buster. Just a ball buster. That's all it is. What time is it? Yeah, 7:47. Nathan sent those pictures to me. Huh. Okay. All right. Let's see. Baby alien figures from Dollar Tree. Oh, God. Did you? I think you posted these on Facebook, right? Now I know these. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here, I'll show everybody one of these. And these are hardcore aliens, though. These are like action figure aliens. This isn't like E.T. You know what I mean? It's not Paul. Oh. Oh, thank you. Wow. Hellfire Studios, that's bitchin'. Dude. All right, man. I'm using that one next. I'm going to put it up. Nathan, here we go. Here's the pictures. Coral Ann is having technical issues coming in and out, so I'll get to the supers here in a moment if there's any that I may have missed. What? No. Nathan's picture. See, it didn't pop up. Ah! Oh, your sister's got no neck. You know that, Richie? You know what I mean? Hold on. Hold it up. We'll get back to dream talking. Hold on. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody listens anyway. Right? Nobody cares. There we go. It's one of those guys. See what I mean? Aggressive. Here's another one. Oh, you know, that's it. I'm breaking StreamYard as soon as I'm done. As soon as we're done with the show, I'm breaking it in half. Why isn't that? That should work the way I want it to. There's the other one. Chris Rogers there. Hey. Why did this appear on me? See? StreamYard again. Taking down that super chat. Did I already do that one? Is that why? Did I already do that one? I thought that was a new one. That is a new one. Greer as Pennywise. Oh. Ha ha. Greer as Pennywise. That would be interesting. All right. Now I'm going to put a different background up on the show. We'll do it at the second half of the show. Second half. Thank you, Chris Rogers, for the £2, £2. Very funny. I could see him exactly like that. He's got the teeth already. Ooh. He knows he's got bad teeth. Come on. And you know, if you have all that money, why not get him fixed? At least have him look good. You know what I mean? If you got the means, don't you want to feel better? Don't you want? I guess he doesn't care. It's not everything to some people. That's okay too. I'm just saying. Death Proof Bum 01. Yeah. 30% difference, right? Thank you very much. Sent out an interesting number on PayPal, $11.38. Thank you very much. Death Proof Bum 01. Getting on both ends today. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And all of this goes right back into me. It goes to the show. It does. I'm pocketing all this stuff so we can go to St. Augustine. December 21st, 22nd, I'll be down in St. Augustine for a couple of days. Then I'll come back home and go back down and hang out for as long as the Cousins brothers will have me there. Hey, as long as there's a gym that I could work out on, because, you know, trying to look good for those St. Augustine broads, you know what I mean? Don't say broads. He's such a misogynist. I'm so sorry. Sometimes you gotta laugh at the things that are said about yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, wait. No, it's the wrong thing. Here. Oh, this behind the scenes stuff. There we go. Look at that. Holy schmaholy. Is it blinking? Hold on, it was blinking like a strobe light. We've had this problem with StreamYard. I've had it making the other videos for the members and stuff. All right, it's not blinking for you. Boy, Hellfire Studios, that is gorgeous. I don't know where, I don't see, is this your signature in the bottom left? Good. I was wondering where it was. You should have, look how perfectly you set that up. I mean, it's not even touching me. Look. It's not even on my shoulder at all. It's just so perfect. Thanks, man. That really spices things up a lot. I love it. Yeah, it's cool. I'll use it for like hour number 2. Hour number 1, I'll use the thumbnail. And then hour number 2, we switch it. So you guys have something different to look at. All right, I'm talking about many, many things that aren't UFO. I know. It's my bad. My bad. NASA, what? Oh yeah, the dreams. Yeah, we're going to get back to dreams. Just hold on. NASA just received the first ever alien signals coming from Proxima B. Did you guys hear about this? I was going to play it yesterday, but I didn't because, well, you were here. This is from 5 days ago from Future Unity, the channel. And I want to see what this means because why would NASA... Well, let's see.
It has seen very little evidence of extraterrestrial life beyond Earth. So far, we've only been able to map out exoplanets possibly capable of supporting life, none of which has yielded any form of intelligent life. But that all changed when scientists intercepted a signal from space originating from the region of Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our solar system. The discovery of this signal changed
the closest star to our solar system, and it'll still take what? How many years? If we go with the technology we have now, 100,000 years to get there? Something like that? Yeah, we wouldn't survive.
Possibility of extraterrestrial life beyond Earth. But where and how did this radio signal come from, and what have scientists concluded to be the possible source? To find that out and more, stick with us as we run through the mysterious signal from Proxima Centauri. Proxima Centauri is by far the most interesting star system studied by scientists here on Earth. Being the closest stellar neighbor to our sun, located just 4.2 light years away,
it would be 6,300 years. I was only off by 93,700.
Star is much smaller in size and mass and sits in the southern constellation of Centaurus. Discovered way back in 1915 by Robert Inner, Proxima Centauri isn't visible to the naked eye with a quiescent magnitude of just 11.1 and can only be observed via telescope. Much like our solar system, Proxima Centauri has stellar bodies which have been identified as exoplanets orbiting it, with a mass of roughly 12.5.
Can we get to the point? I'm running out of time. Where's the signal, you prick? Come on.
Good gravitational pull on the stellar bodies that orbit around it. And although Proxima Centauri has a very low luminosity, it is categorized as a flare star which randomly and quite violently releases solar flares packed with high levels of radiation.
It identifies as a female.
These flares impact the two known
Sometimes.
exoplanets that orbit the dwarf star, Proxima Centauri b and Proxima Centauri d. There is another candidate exoplanet, Proxima Centauri c, orbiting around 220 million kilometers from the dwarf star, completing one orbit once every 5.2 years. But due to its apparent distance from the star, the existence of Proxima Centauri d.
Did they not get a signal? Did I not read that clickbait correctly? I mean, come on now.
On the surface of the exoplanet, but this has been highly debated by scientists as Proxima Centauri is a flare star that randomly releases bouts of electromagnetic radiation and solar flares that would make habitability on Proxima Centauri b highly unlikely. Proxima Centauri b receives about 10 and up to 50 times as much radiation on its surface as we do here on Earth.
It's all very interesting, narrator. But I thought there was a signal. Here we go. I see radar dishes.
Which could possibly be the reason and source behind the signal which recently emanated from the region. The possibility of water on the exoplanet could also lead to chemical reactions which could be conducive to the development of life and as such may cradle some form of extraterrestrial species, all of which still remain theories at this stage.
That's the thing. Anything could be possible. So they don't know. So they got a funny sound. I thought we were going to be able to hear it, and they haven't shown that yet. Look here. Let's see, was a candidate SETI radio signal detected and observed during April and May 2019, first reported on 18/2020, spatially coincident with the direction of the solar system's closest star, Proxima Centauri. I'd like to hear though what all the buzz is about. Haha, get it?
For extraterrestrial communication outside of our solar system. The signal or techno-signature was picked up by the CSIRO Parkes Radio Telescope in New South Wales, Australia. At the time of the discovery, the telescope was observing the region of the closest star to our sun, Proxima Centauri, which it had done hundreds of times before. Over time, the telescope picked up vast amounts of data and scientists didn't pick up the signal right away. At the end of each observation cycle, they had to filter through hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of signals to single out any unique tech.
So that's interesting. I'm glad I paused it there and then played it. COVID. Because COVID. What was I going to say? Oh, about the signal? Yeah, it wasn't there. Hundreds of times they checked, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. You never know. They could have maybe an alien species visited Proxima Centauri. Who knows? But I like that there's a signal. Of course, the link to all the videos I play, except for shorts. No, even shorts now, yeah. All shorts, all videos I play from YouTube go in the show's description as soon as the show's over. Within 10, 20 minutes. This way you could watch these. Is it ad nauseum? Is that how you say it? Man. I tell you. Dreaming is the way to go, though. Dreaming. It's all about dreams. And music. there's something about music and vibration, too, and peace of mind. Peace of mind. Got to have that. The willingness to believe that aliens exist. Yeah, that's important. You got to have all that stuff. You got to have it. You got to have your bullshit meter turned off. Put it to off. Because the woo side of all of this is that all of that woo can be real. That's why people talk about it. And people make big claims without having any proof. You know, psychics. I can't think of it. Charlatans, channelers. I mean, do you really think that Daniel Scranton is going, you know, he's trying to use his signal, right? He goes into porpoise mode. He is. That's what it is. It's porpoise mode. He's using his echo vibrations. Let's pull up a Daniel Scranton. I haven't seen this guy since the beginning of the year, I think, right? Oh my God. Poor Daniel Scranton. All he wants to do is just have a normal life. Right? He doesn't need somebody like us looking at him. But he's doing it. He knows what he's doing. He knows who he is. He just put a video up 20 hours ago. You know? This guy's got his chakra down, man. He doesn't give a shit about what we think. I could tell you that right now. Daniel Scranton doesn't give a what Rich Giordano thinks. And you can respect somebody like that. Somebody who's doing their own thing and doesn't care what you think of him or her. I love people like that. That's why UFO Jesus, you know, you got to respect the guy. He doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks. Me, I give a shit. I'm the dummy. Yeah. And let me tell you, though, usually people that are like me and like to, well, defend against, you know, lies, usually that's a sign of weakness. I think it's a sign of weakness if you keep doing it and it's going nowhere. Well, that's also a sign of insanity, thinking you're going to get a different result doing the same thing over and over. But I can respect Daniel Scranton because I know he gets a lot of shit for doing what he does. He just does. Why? Look at it. That's Christina Gomez-esque right there. Come on now. First time we heard that, I think I fell out of the chair. That's the new swimming technique. Right? Oh! Canada, of land of... Say, can you see by the... Are you... I tell you wanna... Who are you? He's right on key for Oh Canada, right? Oh, oh, you know what this one is? Daniel-san. Cobra Kai. Strike first. Strike hard. Oh, Daniel-san. That's almost like the end of the song Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden. If anybody knows that song, you know exactly what note I'm talking about. That 11-second note that he carries at the end. Hallowed be thy name. Remember that? And then at the end of the song, yeah. And then he goes, hallowed be thy name. And he does that for 11 seconds. Now, he's getting vocal lessons now, this Daniel Scranton. He's learning how to hold a tune. Look, he even works out. I bet you he's a yogaist, Pilateist. He's got a little veinage there, not a fat guy. Takes care of himself, looks healthy. I gotta understand why he does that. He goes, it must be hard. That doesn't work for me. Oh. But that's Daniel Scranton. Gotta give that guy credit. Jesus, that takes a lot of guts. For those of you who have any fear of being in front of the camera, take a look at that guy. You just can't care. Nobody's here right now. It's just you and I. You and me. Us. Jim Davidson, here's to bullshifting for $2. Yeah, I know. It is. It's sad. But is it? You know what I mean, Jim? Sometimes I wonder, all this, laughing at and thinking it's ridiculous talk. What if I'm wrong? I always wonder that. Always. And I'll tell you why I know I'm wrong. No. I'll tell you why I know I'm right, but I could still be wrong. The only reason I think I'm right and that these guys are bullshifting, like you put it, ever so nicely, is because I've done it and it doesn't work. Why is it that I'm not being visited by the aliens upon call, or anything for that matter? And I don't want to hear again, you don't know what to look for. I know what to look for after 19, 18, 20 years, whatever. A lifetime of trying to contact aliens. But Rich, they did contact you, people tell me. I'm like, yeah, they did. How? All those dreams you talk about. Come on. Not good enough. That's a cop-out answer. I've tried all this. I still meditate. I do it every day practically, if I can remember. You have to. But I don't think you can talk to something billions of miles away on the other side of the galaxy in an instant, just because of thought, just because some scientist said, years ago that, what affects this atom on this side of the universe can actually affect the polar opposite all the way on the other side of the universe. And those two actually, believe it or not, as far apart as they are, 180 million light years apart in our galaxy, they can talk to each other, they say. And that's when everybody started coming out of the closet with, oh, now I can talk to aliens in an instant. See, I knew I was right. Back to work. And then, you get... Canada. Thanks, Jim. Mucho gusto, generoso. Jim Davidson throwing it down. Appreciate it. I got the next one, Coral. Death Proof Bum 01. Is this the next one? I may have skipped. I wasn't watching the chat. I was watching Shoddy. No, I saw your name go by, Shoddy Panoran. I was looking at Scranton. Wow, that was weird. Death Proof Bum 01. Mucho gusto, generoso, Death Proof Bum 01 for the, I think, third or fourth time. Do you know the saying about infinity, infinity monkeys on infinity planets, that they could rewrite the works of Shakespeare? It's not true. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. That sounds familiar. I don't know if it's worded the right way, but I think I know what you mean. Yeah, there could be Planet of the Apes. Why not? Oh, and in that dream I had, I got sidetracked by my own ADD. Where humans are everywhere, apparently. Didn't Jonathan, who was that guy who said it all the time? The pilot, what's his name? John what? Lear. He said there's civilizations on all of the moons and planets here in the solar system, which I find extremely hard to believe. But I do believe there are intelligent monkeys out there writing Shakespeare. If you believe in that, I'm not so sure. But there's so many out there. There are so many stars and planets in our own galaxy, just one, right? Isn't it a fact that there's more planets and stars than there are grains of sand on the earth? That's a lot of grains of sand. And not only that, but the universe is filled with just as many galaxies. There's got to be life out there. And I think everything is so spaced apart because we're not supposed to interact with the other colonies. Thank you, Death Proof Bum 01. Appreciate it. $5, £5. Yeah, I said it before. I believe we're supposed to be far apart so we can't destroy. See, there must have been an early version of maybe humans or some type of human or whatever, where they were so close, and once they became advanced enough, they went to another planet and ruined everything, right? It's that prime directive they have on Star Trek where you don't interfere with another species or whatever you find on another planet. You just don't let them see the technology, which is silly. But why wouldn't you? Right? Doesn't make sense. Got to let them evolve on their own accord. Well, if they're there visiting a planet, if we make it to another planet, we should interact with them. That's the way it happened. That's natural course of life. Another being came here and didn't interact with us. Maybe that's why they won't interact with us. Maybe there really is a prime directive out there saying, we just don't meddle with other civilizations at all. We watch them. You know, we'd give them a light show every now and then to make them wonder. See, that's another thing that doesn't make sense. Why would the aliens, if they wanted to be so secretive and they're that intelligent, why would they make themselves visible at all? Then that brings me to the point, maybe humans are everywhere, as the dream told me, as the dream implied. That's how I interpreted that dream I had, that we're everywhere. And I think that's weird because I laughed at John Lear. Still do, even though he passed away, still laughing. Laughed at that idea. Give me a break. As humans on Titan? Well, they're not on top, but they're underground. Now, if aliens have the ability to be transmedium and go through rock and do whatever they want, do anything they can because they create this gravity bubble around them, or they have the technology where they can bore a hole anywhere they want and build underground bases. Here's what I want to know. Shouldn't there be a factory somewhere? Yeah, let's say they came to Earth. Let's say they were on Mars and Earth. All right? How do they build all these underground things without building factories to build the things to build the things? And that's one of the problems that we have with the ancient alien theory, is that if there were alien tools being used, where's the manufacturing of these tools? Where's the place that made the tools to use the tools? You know? Can't have... I wasn't touching it. I didn't touch it. No. It just did it on its own. And there was nothing like, it wasn't stuck in a position. It just went off. Holy shit. Wow. Don't even want to talk about it. Hold on. Wow. So, if it's possible that humans are everywhere, then doesn't it make sense that some of the people seeing these UFOs land, and when they get out of the craft, it looks like humans wearing overalls or coveralls or some sort of all, they're wearing something that covers their whole body and protects them. And they're always on 2 feet. They're always bipedal, Oh, wow. Dark Sky Files sent $20 on a Cash App. Dude, thank you very much. It didn't go off. Oh, that's right. I have it on mute. Thank you very much. You did that about 20 minutes ago, man. Thank you for the support. Dark Sky Files. Rich. Good name. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it. Mucho gusto, generoso. I do. I want to talk to them. Do you know he does this for 17 minutes straight? Look.
You don't just have to wait until...
Oh, he's talking.
We wouldn't want...
Oh, he made contact.
To ask... Very happy to assist all of you in all of the ways that we can. We often do invite you to ask us for help.
I need help!
Regarding specific issues and challenges that you are facing in your lives.
It's like, I just can't deal right now with all these memes and all these hateful words like can't and not. And I mean, who spells not with a K anyway? I mean, seriously. I just need help, Scranton, whoever your name is. I'm asking for help. Is that what they do? I need some help. I mean, I've got problems. I can't make this casserole the way my mother made it. Real life problems.
And we absolutely do want you to ask us for help.
What are they going to do? They're going to show up, What kind of help? I don't understand. Is he talking about the government? The government should ask? We should ask for help? I'm going to ask something I can't see for help. I know I'm not positive right now. I got to change my blood type from O negative to B positive. You guys can use that anytime. It's old. If you dream about UFOs, what does it mean? That was one of the questions I wanted to talk about. And I'm going to pull it up because it does mean something. Did you guys ever look this up? Yeah. How the strangeness of our dreams revealed their true purpose. Dream interpretation and meaning of aliens in dreams. Here we go. This is from The Careful Soul. Dreaming of UFOs or being threatened by aliens portrays how you are exploring aspects of yourself which you find difficult to identify with. Your sense of being different from the group and how you feel about it will be portrayed by how foreign the characters appear in your dreams. Unlike family, genetic or inherited self-dynamics, friends, people, acquaintances that change you, and even aborigines, the more organic side of you, aliens would be considered natural creatures. They are just not from around here. Being abducted by aliens is actually suggesting how you are being kidnapped by your fear of conformity and not being authentic. Fitting in with the group often comes at the price of your real nature. It does! Yes, that's why I wouldn't go to the dark side. Well, that's not the main reason. But once you do something that goes against what you believe, you're giving up your own, you're giving up a piece of yourself to fit in, just to be liked. Fitting in with the group often comes at the price of your real nature. A robot would also be offering a message that you are not being authentic or are just going through the motions to fit in. Freaking A. Wow. Yikes. That's aliens if you dream of aliens. Wow. How about UFOs? All right, dreaming of UFOs or being threatened by... It's the same. They're giving me the same answer. That's bullshit. That's stupid. I'm going to go to... Let's go to ghosts. Spirits. No. Let's go to orbs. Let's do orbs. See if it's here. No orbs. Spirits. HIJKLMNOPI or sperm, spice, spider, spoon. Nope, it's not in here. It's probably under ghosts. Yeah, here's ghosts. When you dream of characters that are not living, yet still have a presence, something is unresolved within you and haunts you. Explore what this character represents as a side of you that you have not processed or integrated. If the ghost frightens you or is hiding, that is all the more reason to explore the power that can be activated by giving it a voice and expression. If it is the ghost of someone who has passed, it can portray how you are processing the feelings associated with this passing. At the same time, the ghost is embodying qualities that you have adopted or ignored that can be either good or bad. Since a ghost is appearing in your dream, you might explore what may be repressed and the impact it has had on your well-being. How about shadow people? See shadows. Shadow people. Whoa. Let me see if that's the right. I think it was just shadows they gave me. Huh. Shapes? Shadow. Yeah. That's it. It's Joseph Campbell wrote, "Gods suppressed become devils, and often it is these devils whom we first encounter when we turn inward." Shadow dreams include a stalker, intruder, or other frightening monster hiding in the shadows, stalking you, or attempting to break into your home. Since all characters in a dream represent sides of you, and the house represents your paradigm, this type of dream can represent difficult ideas that you are not assimilating or integrating into consciousness. Some side of you simply wants to be acknowledged and let back into your house. It only stalks you because you don't allow it. That's amazing. The shadow. Now, if you're seeing shadows, what was that? Oh, that's just what Joseph Campbell wrote. Now, if you're seeing shadows, that's what I thought it was. The shadow embodies the rejected or repressed aspects of your more natural expression that was sent underground. At some point, you may have decided or were told that some parts of you was unacceptable because it suggested weakness, fear, or fitting in with the group and can create unresolved anger. In actuality, these aspects become the power of your untrapped potential. It appears frightening because you do not understand it. As a child, you may have been labeled the black sheep or were a caregiver to the caregiver. A difficult relationship with a parent can be the root of shadow dreams. One part of you is a pronounced nurturer, but you are unable to nurture yourself because of old tapes play that suggest you are not worthy. You grow to become empowered and successful, but the part of you that is disowned or unprocessed can continue to stalk you. Look at this type of dream as your misunderstood value, which is trying to be understood. Since we role identify with the parent, if we hold them in contempt, there may be an alter identity that is unacknowledged and yet stalks us. Now, repetitive dreams of this type can be solved by understanding the nature of forgiveness. Yeah, don't neglect. Always inject. Huh?
But we also know that in the asking for help, you are in that moment acknowledging that help does exist. And so it...
Enso. I used to know a guy named Enso. Enso! Now, you want to know something that's really weird? Is that in some sick and twisted way, I almost believe that we can be heard. That I think they can, if it's possible at all, that they could hear our thoughts. I almost want to believe it because of certain things that have happened in my life that I can't deny. I just can't. I tried. Believe me, I tried. I almost feel like they can read our minds. Or something pushes us in a certain direction and we feel compelled to do it. Why do we have that compulsion sometimes? I don't have it like I used to. But I think this goes back to what I was saying earlier. When my wife and I split, almost everything came to a stop. With the UFOs and alien dreams and shit like that. Things for me started to turn more like a spiritual quest more than UFO. For some reason, in 2014 is when it started. I know because I read my notebook. I keep notes on a lot of shit just to see if there's any patterns or if there's any piece of the puzzle I could figure out, and there isn't. Out of all the stuff I took notes over all these years, there is no way to know when you're going to have the dream. There's no way to know when you're going to be visited. There's no way to know anything. And the reality of it is, even though you know in here and up here that they exist and that they're real, for whatever reason you have inside of you, you know it. Because I know some of you, including me, I believe they're real. That's all I need. I was going to say, that's all we need. I don't need to have disclosure. I just want it for the rest of you who don't believe. Yeah, and if we are scattered throughout the galaxy or whatever, if humans are everywhere, a lot of the things that people saw in the past would start to make more sense if we could find some written history of it and deem it as legit. Why did they, when you look at the old stuff, you see like Ezekiel's wheel, the fire, the wheel and the fire and the fire. And it looks like he's coming down and there's people gathering around. All the wind and everything thrown up to dust. But it's as if they were accepted and a part of society almost. These aliens, alien humans, whatever you want to call them. They depicted them as human looking, didn't they? Ezekiel had the beard, the robe. I mean, what if that's what they do, man? What if that's what they look like? Who are we to say they're not? Thought they all have to wear skin-tight clothing? They all breathe air on our planet? I find that one to be funny. I think when they get off the ship and they breathe the air without a respirator or anything, they're either from here or they're from another Earth. Oh, I just figured out the problem. I just figured out a problem here. Okay. Skinny jeans. They do wear skinny jeans, I've noticed, the aliens. Yeah. I was watching something on, I don't know what it was, but it was going back into the 80s. And the clothes that people wore, those parachute pants, I had them. I never wore them once. No, I wore them once to school, and people were kind of like, what are you doing? Never again. And the parachute pants, never wore them, and they were cool too, man. I never felt comfortable wearing them. So I probably didn't own them when I wore them. I didn't own up to it. Stupid we were. All right, let's get to work. We've got some UFO sightings to go over. And we got 30 minutes left. So Osiris tweeted something very prophetic. Says, I just spent several moments of my time that I'll never get back speaking with yet another person claiming to have inside information on the whole UFO phenomenon. Anyone claiming to have the scoop or inside knowledge, people who claim it's coming soon or buckle up, it's going to be big. If you knew what I knew, any of that shit, now is your chance to put up or shut up. With all this information, you claim to have detail exactly what is to come, how it's to come, and when it's to come. All this talk of revelation soon is preachy prophecy BS. So state it, put a date to it, and be as definitive as you can. Otherwise, hold your tongue and don't pollute the collective desires and obsessions of people who clamor and cling to the faintest bit of fictitious drivel in the hope of this revelation. You do no one favors by professing truth or knowledge without saying the exact details of that knowledge. I'm tired of all these soothsayers, prophecies, and liars who claim inside knowledge. You're full of shit. And don't pull that I'm in an NDA, because you're not. Everyone knows it. You aren't restricted unless you're working on a TV deal. And then your information isn't secret. If you worked in the government and claim to have this information, one of two things is happening. One, you don't have access to classified information relating to UFOs because your clearance would prevent you from even saying that. Two, you're lying your ass off and everything you say is totally fictional and protected by the First Amendment. In short, put up or shut up. I said, don't you get it? No one but a few people you don't know about have the answers. Stop being so gullible. True. Good one. You know who that was, right? You know who that was? Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Just making sure. You know who it was, right? Isn't Osiris is it the guy who wrote all those things about Lou Elizondo? I can't remember his name for some reason. No, not Cahill. Sean Cahill. Oh my God, I can't remember the guy's name. How weird. A true whistleblower has nothing to fear of trolls. Just supply a mountain of irrefutable evidence and voila. Now some shady character who's trying to lie and pull a fast one might fear criticism. Isn't that interesting, that tweet from Area 503? Isn't that fun? He says, now some shady character who's trying to lie and pull a fast one might fear criticism. You know we don't. Bring it on. Criticize all you want. If I'm going to be your life and all you want to talk about is me in Third Phase, God love you for it. Thank you for the help. By the way, we had a nice boost of support from Third Phase of Moon. Trying to get to 9,000 subs, and they just did a shout out for me on their show, and it was amazing. I think it got like 60 subscribers or something. It was crazy. Here's a tweet. I like this one. It comes from UFO Detective, but it's also a UFO report at the same time, but it's interesting. He says, from early filming days in 2018, it flashes like airplane lights, but flat, triangular, hovering with many lights in the wrong place, and beam, which is not filmed. I lost time as more came degraded. I don't know. Check this out. I don't know what he's trying to say at the end there, but maybe you know. I haven't watched this yet, but I think I know what this is, and I know most of you will get it. But maybe we're wrong, and it's not. Let's see. Giddy up.
As you can see here, it's a flat plane.
Red light, green light. Usually you have a red light and the green light on the opposite side. So far, interesting.
And it's got the green light there in the middle, and then a red light beside it, which is not like an airplane.
Oh,
an airplane
hold on. That's an airplane.
On the left side, and
that's an air. That's a helicopter.
On the right side.
It looks like a helicopter. That's why. That's what it is. It's a helicopter.
To exist on their own, and
no.
The green light there.
Okay, so what sort of
airplane is that?
It's like a helicopter.
It's like a semicircle.
It's hard to hold on to.
Like I live near an airport about 5 or 10 miles away, and I've never seen an airplane that looks like this, and that's why I'm coming back to it again. Like it's an old video.
Can we stop? I mean, this is nonsense. Diane, what are you saying? I know you do. Did I not say hi? Did I not? I do shout outs for you on Facebook all the time, Goof on. I'm here. Oh. Oh, yeah? Oh, good. You weren't here earlier? I thought I said hi to you. All right, I'm glad you're here. Caffeine Stew's here too. And Goya Based and Paul Galvin now. Why am I yelling? Gigi Abby Lynn's here, everybody. All right. Sputnik, what are you doing? How come you're not on the satellite? Stupid that was. I know, I'm trying too hard. Rustic Inc., I'm still down from last night. John, welcome, guys. Guys and dolls. That video right there is an airplane. Or, I'm sorry, helicopter.
But I still don't know in the middle.
I just don't see how he doesn't know that.
Might be several lights.
It looks just like a helicopter setup. You can't see it at night, though. But that is interesting. Now that you know what I don't like? The graininess of the video, that it looks like he put a filter on it. But I may be wrong. I just realized something. Usually when these lights flash, you can see the reflection of the blades. I don't see it.
Over there, I'm just not seeing them. And then several lights over here. But that could be the overall design. Green light in the middle.
Anybody know what this is?
3 or 4 lights on this side, and maybe
no, you don't care.
3 or 4 lights.
I don't either.
And that's just not like an airplane.
I always answer the crowd. Gigi Abby Lynn loves this song. Sorry, we'll get you this one instead. Come on, everybody! It was a request for Gigi Abby Lynn. What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? It means it's the weekend, everybody. What are they? It's Friday. 'Cause I say it's to the weekend. It means I'm free. What are we, everybody? Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the field. What are they? Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the field. Secrets in the field. Are they harbingers of world change? All right, I'm done. I feel better. I do. That was a little bit uplifting. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna pull up a UFO video here. This is interesting. And I know a lot of you are going to roll your eyes and... No, wait. You're going to roll your heads and shake your eyes? No, wait. You're going to roll your eyes and shake your heads. And I don't care. Because I love it. And that's all I care about. I know what you need, and you need this. I can fast forward a little bit to this one here. I don't know what's going on with these things, but this is interesting now. Twice in 2 different cities in just a short amount of time. This has been showing up. No more dots. No more dots. I know you want to say it's a balloon and it's a advertise, but you'll see.
So this video may look familiar, but as a matter of fact, after we posted the Hanabu, the Nazi bell, the Glock, whatever you call it,
the Glock,
last week we've received more videos from the exact same location, Switzerland.
See what I mean?
Broad daylight.
I mean, yeah, I would have to say spot on. That's the same thing in two different places. I understand, advertising balloons and stuff like that, but you can't see anything, especially on the one from the 14th. And this one, I think get a little closer on that, but
again, multiple angles.
It is
of
the same object,
the Glock,
and this isn't the first time.
This is again,
or the second time.
Banner
this object's been around for
loose,
years.
The tether broke, and it's.
That's what bothers me. Yeah, it looks like a flying jughead,
drifting away to wherever the wind will take it. But again, we're not seeing any.
And it's not going anywhere.
A tether. And it definitely seems that this is metallic. Very interesting. Yeah, Blake. Again, receiving
here we get
videos
closer
from
here.
around the world that kind of people have an eye, and then they say, "Oh, I just saw this on Third Phase Moon. I got a video that looks exactly the same." So we're the
oh my
hub
god,
for the
that's
UFOs.
so close to it. It even has the little thing at the bottom. It looks like the indent at the head. There actually looks like an antenna on the top.
It's pretty cool. We're looking at this.
Oh no, it's pixelating. Never mind. See, the pixelating really on this one comes out and can make it look different.
Have their array of balloon show.
But it looks like there's some things coming off of this, just like the other one did. This one. Let me get to the close-ups. Ah, your mother's got no neck. Come on! This one, it has this on it. I don't know.
Again,
guys.
An average. I would have to say, let's get to the next
It's
video
weird.
right now. Guys, take a close look at this.
Flying saucer at night. I forget which one this
Lo
is.
que él comenta es que
Oh, this one's weird. Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know. Take a look. It's short.
se ponen a observar el cielo para poder.
It's a weird one. I don't know, man.
Si ven algo, ¿no? Y así que fue lo que grabaron esto, Jaime. Juan y su esposa observaron a este objeto que primeramente era una luz pequeña y después se fue acercando hacia una forma lateral y fue cuando grabaron esto. Entonces, estamos viendo pues la forma de este objeto de forma discoidal. En la parte inferior tiene estas luces. Vemos que cruza un avión por arriba. Ahí lo vemos, Jaime, claramente el objeto. Ahora, más adelante yo realicé precisamente un contraste en el cual nos está mostrando que el objeto está girando sobre sí mismo y vemos que también emite las luces y se mueven al compás del movimiento que realiza este objeto. Ahí lo vemos. Aquí le hice la aplicación.
You know what? You are perfect, Sapphire Elf. I was waiting for somebody to say that. I think you're talking about this one, right? And yet your comment says something that is disturbing. The comment says, just a balloon again, nothing to see here, when in fact you didn't even pay attention. I'm not trying to be mean, just listen to what I'm saying. The balloon doesn't move. Let's just call it that for maybe that's what it is. I understand the most logical explanation is usually the right answer in a lot of situations, but when it comes to ufology, you don't know. Nobody knows anything, not even me. I know a lot about balloons. UFOs I know nothing about. Seeing a UFO move and do anything, we wouldn't even know what a real UFO looks like. So to say that is a balloon, now what you need to do is prove it. So you're saying these are just balloons from two different cities, days apart, in the middle of nowhere. Two just normal people with no connection to Third Phase or even anybody in this country. And you're just going to go off and say they're balloons? Why? I'm not picking on you. I'm picking on everybody who does that. I'm just using you as an example. So don't take it personally. It's nothing to do with you. It's just a comment. And that's a general comment people make about videos that look like this. I do it when I know it's a balloon, but I don't see a string. I don't see it wavering or motioning back and forth like a lot of balloons do. How is it staying so still if it's a balloon? Balloons don't sit in one position, even when they're tethered like that. Even on the calmest days, they move. These don't. End of story. You got to prove it if you're going to say it.
Sightings. Again, more multiple angles of what people...
inferior tiene estas luces. Vemos que cruza un avión por arriba.
And if you meant this is a balloon, well,
vemos, Jaime,
sure,
el objeto.
This could be a balloon too.
Ahora,
why not?
Más
It
adelante, yo realicé precisamente un contraste en el cual nos está mostrando que el objeto está girando sobre sí mismo y vemos que y también emite las luces y se mueven al compás del movimiento que realiza este objeto. Ahí lo vemos. Aquí le hice la aplicación del contraste. Tenemos en la parte superior la luna y aquí en la parte inferior pues el objeto. Si observas bien, el objeto va girando, Jaime, poco a poco.
Parece que sí. Parece que sí. Wow.
Ahí lo vemos.
Wow, sí. Tercera evidencia importante que ha generado este señor, ¿eh?
Exacto.
Ahí se ve muy bien.
¿Qué importa? Y luego pasa el avión por encima. No sé a qué altura estuvo este objeto, pero es muy notable. Lo que él comenta es que posiblemente el avión era muy pequeño y dice, posiblemente se trate de un avión militar. ¿Quién sabe, Jaime?
All right, let's look at this video once again. And again, it's hard to make out exactly what's going on, especially shooting at night, but you could barely make out, and we're going to add some brightness and contrast to this to make it pop, make this craft, whatever it is hovering in the air, it definitely has this familiarity to it. A flying saucer, a disc. Again, we see some kind of lights under the saucer itself. Is this the means of propulsion? It almost seems that it has a viewing deck on the circumference around the craft. We see some blinking lights. Again, there's some kind of aircraft just above it. You could see that in close proximity to this disc, above it is some kind of maybe airplane or a helicopter. If that's the case, this thing's massive, Brent.
Yeah, this one I'm really excited about. It's hard to see, like you said, but with the enhancements, we're getting a better look. This looks like something I've never seen before, except that it looks like a flying saucer. And if these are indeed real, well, this is a good capture of something in the night sky. I like that we see the lights underneath the carriage of this saucer, and you could actually see it rotate and kind of undulate as it just hovers there in the sky. This one's really good. I wish the quality was a little sharper so we could have more information from the picture we're looking at here, but what we're looking at is exciting stuff.
Absolutely. Some people might say this is some kind of refraction of light or a lens flare. I'm going to have to roll that out.
See, I have a problem with this video just because you can't see anything. Hate videos like this, but you know, it's impossible to tell. That could be a toy. That could be being held up in, you know what I mean? It's not, but I know that this video, I don't know. I mean, it's rotating. It's supposed to be in the sky if we're going by the witness account. It almost looks porcelain. It looks like a porcelain craft, like it's made out of porcelain. That's it. And then the airplane above, I just don't know. I don't have a perspective on anything. It is really dark. It is really grainy. Yeah, tough one. Tough one. See, those are the UFO sightings. Those are the ones that make me so angry. They all do. They all make me angry. Who am I kidding? They all do. Because we want it. We're ready for it. Like we are. We're ready for it. What is this? Hold on. I have a political video for tonight? Oh, yeah. All right, I remember this. This is really amazing. No, seriously. This is gold right here, Johnny. This is what they call gold.
I thought it was. This is an actual person who really believes in what she's saying. Watch this.
I am a Therian. I believe that my soul is an animal soul.
Oh!
I know and I have a fundamental understanding that I am overall human. I experience something called species dysphoria. The dysphoria causes me to feel I'm in the wrong body, which is why I always wear this mask in my ears.
I'm sorry to be so blunt, but I'm not going to pretend that, well, this is okay. These are people with just different views. No, these are crazy people. And we've got to stop believing that this is all okay, because it isn't okay. We need to act like human beings and adults, and we can be civil to each other.
But that's the point, Johnny. These aren't adults. She was 27? Oh. Yeah, that's not good. The reason I showed that is because ufology is embedded with many of those types of people who think that that's okay. And you know what? It is, but it isn't. It's okay if you do it, I think, in the privacy of your own home. But when they bring it outside and bring it to the news and bring it to the world that they identify as a dog, when 5 years ago they weren't identifying as dogs. You know what I mean? Everybody's jumping on a bandwagon for the day. The bandwagon of the day now is to identify as an animal. Death Proof Bum 01 with a 10-pound 10. I mean, they're always looking for ways to be different, right? It's always one-upping the next one. What was after trans? Animals! It's the only way to go. It's terrible. Death Proof Bum 01 with another super chat of the day, a 10-pound 10 quid. Write this down on Lex Friedman. It's Friedman. Donald Hoffman, podcast 293. Reality is an illusion. I watched part of it. I know you're not a keen on Lex. However, this show will blow your mind. As a scientist, he says what reality it is. Yeah, I did watch part of that on Lex. That's good for tomorrow. I am going to write that down. Thank you. Lex on Donald Hoffman. Thank you, Death Proof. HOFF. Yeah, that was just what? A week ago? A few days ago? Thanks, Death Proof Bum 01. Mucho gusto, generoso. I can't believe how this went by. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. No. Thank you very much for the support tonight, guys. It was off the charts again. Thank you for supporting Goof On and being here and hanging out on a Friday night when you could be doing something else. So thank you, moderators. Thank you, super chatters. I mean that. I know I say it every show, but I wish you could feel it. And newcomers and veterans, just the same. Thank you very much for supporting Goof On. Just give the show give it a few listens. I'm talking the new show where there's no hate, none of that shit. And I think you'll enjoy it. I think we'll have some fun from here on out. Good, clean American fun. Thank you very much, everybody. And as always, we are Truthology for Ufology. Oh! Truthology for Ufology. I swear to God. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m., 2 hours earlier. And there'll be a third phase of Moon video, maybe tonight, probably. And we'll see you next time. Alien bless. I said, alien bless.
Unidentified flying object